Hi everybody, welcome back to the Golden Era Bookworm. As I mentioned previously, I did receive 3 more reps, book 2, in the mail recently, but I didn't want to go through it until I had a quick peek at book 1, just because I like doing things in order. So, unpacking book 3. This is a soft cover edition with Cal Scalak on the front cover, as you can see. Written by George Schneider and Rick Wayne. Book 2. It's a bit tattered, but great book anyway. Dedicated to the following bodybuilders: Boya Ko, Leroy Colbert, Franco Colombo, Ed Corney, Dave Draper, Bill Grant, Mike Katz, Mike Mensa, Danny Padilla, Robbie Robinson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Cal Scalak, Ken Waller, Rick Wayne, and Frank Zane. Of course, Franco, Ed Corney, Mensa, Robinson, Arnold, and Frank Zane were all covered in the first book. I'm assuming these will be covered, the rest will be covered in this book. There's the king himself, Arnold, checking out his striations on his chest. That's George Schneider and Arnold, Frank Zane and Franco. So, as I said, the contents. We can see the contents is actually going to go through Rick Wayne himself, Leroy Colbert, who was the first man in recorded history, to actually develop arms that were over 20 inches. Boya Ko, Dave Draper, Ken Waller, Cal Scalak, Bill Grant, Mike Katz, Danny Padilla, and also nutrition and Olympus gyms are covered. So this is a quick flick again, a kind of what's in the mail. I haven't actually, as I said, read the book. As you saw, I just opened it. As one can expect, there's some great photos of Arnold. Surprised actually Lou Ferrigno hasn't been covered. It's kind of weird. I hope he's covered in book 3. I don't have book 3. If you have it and you don't want it, please send it to me. I'd love to go through it. Now, from what I understand from book 1, it's actually not the biography that is given of each bodybuilder. Instead, what is given is an interview where Rick or George, or I believe both of them, ask the bodybuilders questions and they answer. And then at the end of each chapter, they give their routines. In this case, the author himself, Rick Wayne, absolutely wonderful photo, has his own chapter where he talks about himself here in a Receipts of Biography. Yeah, he basically just talks about himself, his training. I love this photo of Rick Wayne. It's amazing. Another fantastic photo. So yeah, he's basically just been talking about how he trains and stuff. And then his routines are also given, as you can see. Right? That's his routine. If I can sharpen that a little better. Not really. That's his routine. Training each body part twice a week. Then we've got a chapter on Leroy Colbert. Look at that arm. Amazing. As I said, he's the first man to develop 20-inch arms. What were his methods? This is a wonderful photo. Don't know whether he used steroids or not. He claims he doesn't. That's what I remember. It was really strong though. Seen a book with Dave Draper, that's the one, where he's actually curling, and you can actually see it's 70-pound dumbbells, right? You can curl 70-pound dumbbells, I'm sure you're going to have enormous arms. So yeah, again, he gives some specific exercises that he does, and this is one of the things I really like about the 3 More Reps books, is that not only do they explain the routines, but the champions of the golden era also talk about specific exercises that they may have developed themselves, or exercises that they do a certain way differently that has helped them in the development. And that's what's so unique about this book, is that you've got the opportunity to really learn from these champs because they have been interviewed specifically to find out what they do or what they did to develop their physiques. Then we've got Leroy Colbert routine. Similar to Rick Wayne, he trains just each body part twice a week. Boya Ko, amazing split in his bicep, very famous for that. Again, he talks about what he does. This is an example. He actually used the Nautilus machines. This famous split again. God, on his biceps. Fantastic photo of Boya. His routines are explained. And the specific way he does certain exercises. Here's his routine. He actually, just like Arnold, trains each body part 3 times a week. We've got Dave Draper, the blonde bomber. Now Dave Draper was rather inventive. He had some really incredible ways of training. Like here we go in what this is exactly what I mean. He's developed his own type of dumbbell flies called the Draper flies, where there's 5 different steps in the fly itself. Then there's a 3 steps in his type of crossover. He developed all kinds of differences, like really high upright rowing. I wish he actually would have done a video explaining how he actually does all these exercises, because it's amazing how he changed exercises to suit his own body type. Again, he trained 3 times a week, each body part. That's his routine there. Ken Waller, very thick, muscular body that he developed in the golden era. And you can see again, he's doing laterals, but with the arms in, like, as if he's holding a beer mug. Interesting. The sickness. Those muscles. Yeah, every bodybuilder has their own way of doing things. It's really interesting to see. For example, here, really wide frog squats. Ken's special frog squats. This is what I love about this book. It really gives you their secrets, so to speak. That's his routine, 3 times a week. Kalman Skalak. There's some photos, of course. It was really awesome. Had an awesome physique as well. That's his routine. Twice a week per body part. Bill Grant. He had good everything, Bill Grant. his routine twice a week per body part. Mike Katz. Amazing chest genetics. Jesus. The size of his lats are just hanging. It's Mike Katz. And he did his laterals really high. You can see from those photos, that's his routine. So he's got different plans for the year, each done for 4 months. First stage 4 days a week, then 5 days a week, then 6 days a week. Down in Padilla, the giant killer. Amazing genetics. You should see him without roids. You can barely tell that he's taking roids when he's on it. So again, he goes through his specific routine in great detail. Off season, he only trains body parts once a week, and when he's cutting down, just like they all do for the Olympia or Mr. Universe or whatever, 3 times a week. And again, I'll reiterate, this is one of the things that keeps coming back in these books, is that the routines that are highlighted, especially the high volume ones, understand that these were used before, 8 to 12 weeks before the Olympia, where they started cutting down. So these are not for bulking. A lot of these routines are actually for cutting down, because there weren't any diuretics and fat burners back then. So that was a quick look at 3 more reps, the athletes that are covered, and their routines and special exercises. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, I don't have book 3. I wish I did. It's the one with Tom Platz on the cover doing a dumbbell curl, I believe. And it's quite hard to find. If you have it and don't want it, send it to me. I would love to have it. Or let me know if you want to sell a copy. Alright, hope you've enjoyed it. I'll come back with more reviews soon. See you. Bye.